Hello and welcome to a new video, and this is Ross from 40XT here. I hope you're all having a good day. You can see I've got the new merch on. You can pick up this at Stream Elements and search 40XT. I'll put the link in below if you want to pick this up. I like it. It's the new logo. I love the new logo. Anyway, today we are going to be talking about why I think the Ninja 250 is one of the best starter motorcycles that you can buy. And I've owned two Ninja 250s, and one as of up to last year. And I currently own a Yamaha MT-07. I've done 350 miles on the new 21 model. And I also have owned a Yamaha XJ6. That is the right number. But then I started with a Ninja 250. I did buy it brand new, which can be a bit disastrous if you drop it. And I did drop the bike, or did I drop the bike? I can't remember if I dropped it or I hit the side off something. I was passing a wall, getting into my work, and I think I might have slid the one of the wing mirrors off the side. It wasn't anywhere near damaging at all, but got rid of that bike for the XG6, and then I got rid of the XG6 because it was falling apart. Like, I moved house and the bike was just kept outside all the time, so it literally was just getting destroyed. So that was it, and I said I wasn't going to own a bike again, but then I got a new job and I had to get a bike, and I decided I found a wee Ninja 250 for sale, Sotao Suzuki, and it was a 2009 Kawasaki Ninja, so it wasn't. I owned a 2012 Ninja, and that was, so I got an older version than the one I started on. It had something like 15,000 miles on it. It was pretty run down. Didn't start it did start, but you had to really hold the ignition button down. But still a fantastic bike to ride as a new rider, and if you're just looking for a city commuter, it is absolutely fantastic. If you're just driving around the city, you're not going to be doing, you don't need to be doing set speeds at up to 70 miles an hour on like a 600 or something like that. The problem is I was needing to use the motorway, and it does get blown about. The Ninja 250 does get blown about on the motorway. I did ride it in high wind speeds, and there was times where I was thinking, shit, I'm going to get blown off the road. I remember one of my friends, Matt, he had said his little 1 liter car, he was worried the car was going to go. At one point it was that one day, and I managed to make it in on the wee Ninja 250. As for handling though, absolutely fantastic. I mean, you always felt safe, just and that mixed with the riding position, it's a wee bit lean forward, but it's nowhere near as bad as the R6, or I've never been an R1, but I imagine that was like super sport. You feel like you're kind of setting up. It's kind of in between like a road bike and kind of a sport bike, and the way it looks, the wee 250 looks great with the fairings on it, and that's where it can get pricey if you do drop it or if you do scratch it, whatever. Fairings can cost a lot. I ended up coming off that bike with my recent bike because some guy cut the red light. It was raining. I had to hit the brakes. I hit them too fast and the front end locked up. I think it was high side. Or it could have been, no, it could have been left lower side, and then got up and rode the bike. It was fine. I was wearing full gear anyway. Always wear full gear. But apart from that, I mean, the Wii Ninja 250 done me well. I mean, it was good for getting around placements and stuff like that. Not so good in high winds and high wind velocity, so I just took extra care when I was doing stuff like that. But as you would do in any case, I've watched people say, like Yami Noob and Dan Fireman. I think Yami Noob would recommend you starting on a 600, but I think that's ludicrous. I think a Wii Ninja 250 for the first year, just to get used to kind of motorcycle riding, because if you have to think, I didn't have a 125. I done my CBT compulsory bike test. I passed that. I went down for a try ride, you know, and then they say, all right, give you 1 or 2 days. I took 2 days and give you more experience. And I done my test. Then I went straight for test. I didn't practice on the CBT at all. I done the CBT and then I went and done my test. I didn't have a 125 in the beforehand, so if you're someone like me who has done that before, the Ninja 250 is probably a good way to start, because it's not powerful enough that you're going to get yourself into trouble by over revving it. There was a time where it nearly came up, but yeah, thankfully it was fine. I think I let go of the clutch or too much or something. I finally stalled before I let it go. I was literally wrestling the bike. That was my first bike. But I think that is probably the way to go. What I would recommend anyway, because it's enough to get you down the motorway. You know, you're going to be like max rev, so I mean, you don't want to be going. You won't probably get to 100 miles an hour. I think 95 was the max. So if you're, but as a new rider, and a legal rider, you're not going to be doing that anyway. So, in terms of like a handling gig, fantastic. You always felt safe. I didn't feel like it was going to come off because of my riding at any time. It does what you want to do. So I think it's a very responsive bike to ride, and yeah, I would definitely recommend it as a first bike. I don't think I would have appreciated starting at 600, me personally, because I think that's just got a bit too much bite or fight, or whatever you want to call it. It's for a first bike, even if you're doing A2 restricted. But then when you're doing A2, or if you do the direct access, you're on more powerful bikes anyway, so you'll be used to that. So maybe that aspect of things, yeah, you can. But I done the A2 restricted course, so I was restricted to 33 brake horsepower or something like that. I can't remember. For 2 years. Was it 2 years? 1 year. It could be 2 years that you're restricted for. But obviously that's up and left. I'm now on a 600 Yamaha MT-07, which I love. I think it's registered in 2021, so it's a 21 plate, but I'm not sure if it is the 20 model or the 20 to 21 model, where the newer 21 to 22 model is a bit more futuristic than the one I own, and it doesn't have LEDs just now. But I'm looking into maybe changing to the Triumph 660, but I have no idea. Triumph are going to get in contact with me tomorrow. I might go and test ride a 660 and see how much, if I'm willing to do this, trade in my Yamaha MT-07, which I do love. I actually love the MT-07. I think it handles well. I think it is just, I feel safe on the bike. But this is another video, another time. This is a quick video to kind of just explain why I bought a Wii Ninja 250 for my first bike. And my friend had one, so we had pretty much identical Ninjas. Mine was slightly newer, because I brought mine brand new. He bought his second hand, I believe. The handle well, fuel economy, I think you can get about. It doesn't have a fuel gauge, so that's one negative aspect about it. So I think you can get up to about 180 miles. On the I forgot like the mileometer, the where you can check how many miles you've done and stuff like that. You can get about 170, 180 before the light comes on. So fuel economy is really, well, I would say it's quite good. Cheap to fill up, you know, you're talking about £12 or something like that. You know, it's not a lot of peas to be flying away. Cheap to insure. Actually, that was quite interesting actually, insurance wise, because my bike was so old. When the newer bike, it was so old, I decided to just go for third party fire theft. I had been out of riding for a year, so I didn't have any. I lost all my no claims from my old bike. And what was it? And so third party fire theft, I think, was for me a 29-year-old at the time. Was about, I think it was about £200 or £300, where fully comp was going to be over £500, and I was like, I don't really want to be paying fully comp with a bike I'm just planning to get rid of 2 years later. Things happened, you know, I came off it and I got rid of the bike. I sold it for £100, which I probably got scammed from we buying a bike. I just wanted rid of it. I was moving house, still editing that vlog, epic vlog. So I got rid of that. I got 100 smackaroonies. That's it. I at that point in time, I was just wanting rid of it. I bought my new bike outright, and yeah, and because I've got a garage now as well, it's well looked after. It's not going to be out in the rain getting wrecked. It's well secured. But that is one thing. I would definitely kind of, if you have to keep your bikes outside, keep them covered, which I never. Keep them well kind of lubricated. Keep looking after that chain. Just look after them, because once they kind of start to rust, you know, that's you on a never-ending spiral now. But yeah, that's so yeah, I bought for the handling. I bought because it's I tried my friend's or sat on my friend's bike, and then I was a pillion passenger as well, and it's just a very good city commuter bike. It is responsive. You've got enough power to get around the city in a way, and you've got enough power to get yourself out of trouble. And you can pick up one for relatively cheap, so you know I wouldn't be worrying about that. But yeah, definitely recommend checking out a Ninja 250. Go and test ride one. I've never rode a 400 or 600 Ninja, or whatever you want to call them. I think there's a 300 Ninja 300 350 maybe. But yeah, go check out a Ninja 250. Perfect learning bike, because you know you can do your CBD, you can do your test, but you're still learning. I mean, I'm still learning on the every day as well. Watch Dan Fireman, very good accident breakdown. I make sure I watch motorcycle accidents, because it gets you used to what to look out for. Even though obviously you know what to look out for, cars coming in, cars coming out, but it just gives you a chance to reevaluate, and like I implement what stuff he talks about. It makes me think more to keep us safe from the asshole cars that try and kill us. Anyway, if you did like this video, give it a thumbs up, hit the comments down below. I always do get back to people who comment, and hit that subscription button with the little alarm bell, and you'll know when I upload. I usually upload every Thursday. And yes, I hope you're having a good. I hope you have a good weekend. Hope you had a good day. Hope you had a good week. I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.